From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSPTV and the Standard Speaker.
Representative Tara Toohill's opponent in the November election has launched an attack on the tax payment record of her parents. Toohill's response is where we begin right now. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Jasmine Brooks. Butler Township Supervisor Ransom Young is hoping to take State Representative Tara Toohill's seat come November and represent the people of the 116th District. And now the Democratic candidate has launched what some are calling an attack on Toohill's parents. On his campaign Facebook page, Young accused Toohill's parents of blatantly disregarding their community. The accusation comes from a tax sale notice published in the Times Leader that listed 2 parcels of vacant land owned by Toohill's parents eligible for tax sale on September 20th. Young calls Toohill's back taxes a problem for her district and says the report showed Toohill's parents owe over $10,000 in back taxes to Luzerne County, the Hazleton Area School District, and Butler Township. In response, Toohill released this statement to News 13. Today is a sad day. It is an all-new look in low politics when Mr. Young attacks my mother and father, private citizens, for political gain. He should be ashamed of himself. Mr. Young has lied about my parents. It is even sadder that he has defamed my parents with false information. In fact, all of the land taxes on the house we live in are paid. Also, Mr. Young's reference to the land taxes on the separate properties was incorrect, as this $10,000 has been paid in full. Toohill goes on to say, a public apology to my mother and father is in order. My mother and father are good people and they are not part of the public eye. My family, like many, have struggled to hold on to the family land and the house that my grandfather built. Just like my parents, the people of the 116th Legislative District deserve not to be subjected to Mr. Young's mudsliding and personal attacks. Hazleton police responded to 2 burglaries early Friday morning. The first happened just after 12 a.m. on the 500 block of West 13th Street in the city. Police tell News 13 numerous items were taken from inside the home. Just 3 hours later, another home was burglarized, this time on the 900 block of North Locust Street. Police again say several items were also taken from this home. Anyone with information regarding either of these city burglaries is asked to call police by dialing 911. Well, after an overwhelming response from viewers since his last sit-down with Sam, Hazleton's top cop, Chief Frank D'Andrea, will once again join Sam Lassane, and this time Mayor Joe Yanuzzi will join in the conversation. Our Sam Lassane has more.
Thank you very much. Over 200 and some emails, folks, I got last time I had the chief on the show. Here's one of them. Thanks for having the chief on your show, and I know you mean well, Sam. However, do you really think we are going to have a safe city anymore? It's so sad that the politicians in our area allowed for these bad people to live in our town. I'm so very sad. Folks, that's probably one of 200 and some emails I received when I had the chief on talking about the crime. Well, the show tonight, Cleaning Up Crime, the mayor joins me. And he will be giving his input as to what direction they're going into. Let me just say this, folks. The nonsense has stopped, and they're going after these people. There's a lot of security cameras. There's a lot of things happening. You'll learn a lot more on the Sam Lassane Show. And thank you so much for the positive as well as constructive criticisms. My email, sam@ssptv.com. Be more than happy to listen to them. But folks, we're staying on top of this. We're going to have this city back the way it used to be. Hopefully, I'm praying for that. Now back to you.
Thanks so much, Sam. And you can catch the Sam Lassane Show tonight at 8 p.m. and again at 9 p.m. on SSPTV. Well, a Pottsville man now faces several charges after forging his criminal and educational records to work at a medical assistance agency in downtown Hazleton. While employed at Anthracite Region Center for Independent Living, 34-year-old Mark Freely allegedly stole money from contractors, committed medical assistance fraud, and even purchased concert tickets on the company's dime. The state attorney general's office charged Freely with several felonies, including theft by deception. Freely worked for Anthracite as a service coordinator between 2008 and 2011. Well, it's the last weekend of summer for students at Holy Family Academy, and the new year brings a new principal. We'll meet Mrs. Mary Jane Kozik coming up. Also ahead tonight, an update on one of Hazleton's biggest projects. Is the Broad Street Corridor project still on schedule? Find out next.
It's time for Movie Minute here on News 13, your weekly look at what's playing at Regal Cinema 10 just outside the Laurel Mall. New this week, Hit and Run. Former getaway driver Charlie Branson jeopardizes his witness protection plan identity in order to help his girlfriend get to Los Angeles. The feds and Charlie's former gang chase him on the road. Also new this week at the theater, Premium Rush. The movie takes place in Manhattan. A bike messenger picks up an envelope that attracts the interest of a dirty cop who pursues the cyclist through the streets of Manhattan. For showtimes at Regal Cinema 10, give them a call at 450-7454, or to speak to a movie attendant, you can call them at 450-7340. And to find the entire Regal Cinema schedule of movies, showtimes, visit our website at SSPTV.com.
SSPTV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr. and Ron Marchetti.
Well, just about the first week in the books of the newly fall sports season. Hazleton Area High School still looking for a win in something because hasn't been a very productive week as far as wins and losses go. Anyway, it continued yesterday's girls tennis. 5-0 was the final here. Crestwood, who's usually pretty good, they come in and knock off the Lady Cougars. Now, again, the Lady Cougars are young. They don't have a lot of experience coming back. And actually, a couple of these matches were close, but who wins the match is what goes on the scoreboard. And Crestwood won all 5 of them. That includes the singles and the doubles. And the Comets come away with the win. Now, to show you how it can get a little dicey, take a look at this one. Best of 5, it came down 3-2. So the doubles factored in and made the difference, and that's good news for MMI. Now, singles competition-wise, Gabriella Lobitz was a 7-5, 6-2 winner, and that gave them a good base to get things going, and MMI comes away with the win. So good news there. On the north side for the Lady Preppers. How about down in the Schuylkill League? Tamaqua and Pottsville seem to be rivals in everything. How about in tennis? Well, I guess so. Take a look right here. Nikki Madiak of Tamaqua. How about 6-1-6 love? Put it right out. 5-2. Tamaqua with the win over their rivals, the Crimson Tide. Other action involving Tamaqua, though, they weren't so lucky. Blue Mountain, 4-1 winners over Tamaqua. So, little bit of a win one, lose one situation for the Lady Raiders. What's going on today? Well, we're going out to the Greens, and boy, could you pick a better day than this. Hanover is taking on MMI, Monoy and Nativity in the Schuylkill League, North Schuylkill and Jim Thorpe, Tamaqua and Pottsville again. So should be pretty interesting. Tennis action, MMI. They're in a non-conference match against Notre Dame of East Stroudsburg. Now, let's take a look at our professional stuff for the day. Russell Kanzler, first day this week, he didn't get a hit. His Columbus team didn't get a lot of hits to begin with. Toledo didn't have a problem there, did they? 10-3, the Mud Hens pounded out over Columbus. Kyle Landis, no action as his Akron team gets shut out. Trenton, 3-0 winners over Akron for you Yankee fanatics. Trenton is the AA affiliate of the Bronx Bombers. Their AAA team, this is just amazing. This team, team without a home, if you will, and they just keep winning. Last night, 4-3 winners over Buffalo. Dave Miley and company just keep getting the job done. The Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs not as lucky. Rochester gets by them by this final count of 5-3. There's what you got today. Toledo, Columbus, Trenton, Akron, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Buffalo, and Rochester, Lehigh Valley. Major Leagues, want to take a look this weekend is Joe Madden and his Tampa Rays. They're playing the Oakland Athletics. Yankees, Cleveland Indians. That race has narrowed considerably in the American League East, so we'll take a look at that. We've got the final scrimmages of high school football. Hazleton on the road at Bangor. We've got other sports with their scrimmages today. Field hockey against Pittston, and tomorrow in volleyball, Hazleton area girls at Lehigh. And it's brought to you tonight by Stripes and Strikes. A lot more than just baseball and softball. How about for the golfers out there? That's right, they got you covered too. All sorts of golf-lined equipment, from the right clothing to all of the right accessories. You'll find them at Stripes and Strikes. It's the area's newest retailer, located on Route 309. Look for the green awning across from Genetti's Best Western. Stripes and Strikes. Make the right call.
The Rays are rolling. Hi, everybody. On this August 24th, Tampa Bay has 37 games left, and the Yankees have 38. But the Rays are closing in on first place in the AL East, winning 14 of their last 17, while the Yankees were losing 10 of their last 17. And 2 of those Tampa Bay losses were 1-0. Since the Rays have the best pitching staff in the bigs, and New York has the worst, they could end up going all the way. Good pitching will always beat good hitting, and it's going to happen in the AL East. Let's review this past week. The only Yankee that is playing well, Derek Jeter, hit his 250th career home run. Adam Dunn of the White Sox hit his 400th career home run. The Astros fired their manager, Brad Mills, and 2 coaches. The Rays swept 4 off the Angels in Anaheim. The Pirates topped the Cardinals in a 19-inning marathon, which was the longest game in Pirates history and the longest game this season, 6 hours and 7 minutes. Greg Biffle won the NASCAR Sprint Car Pure Michigan 400 after leader Jimmy Johnson's car died with 6 laps to go. Adrian Beltre of the Texas Rangers hit 3 home runs in 1 game and 2 in 1 inning, the 10th straight season that he has hit at least 20 dingers. Redskins running back Clinton Portis announced his retirement yesterday, nearly 2 years after playing his last NFL game. Portis ends his career 77 yards shy of 10,000, which is 27th on the NFL's all-time list. A local hero, Nate Eachus, carried the ball 3 times for 9 yards and caught 1 pass for 7 for the Kansas City Chiefs last Saturday night during a Chiefs loss to the St. Louis Rams. The home of the Masters, the Augusta National Golf Club invited 2 women to become the first female members since the club was founded in 1932. Former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice and the South Carolina financier Darla Moore. It has been men only for the last 80 years. And Mother of God, Roger Clemens is pitching tomorrow at age 50. That's right. The Rocket, whose fastball is still clocked at 87 miles per hour, will start for the Sugarland Skeeters in Houston. The Skeeters are in the Independent Atlantic League. And finally, the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency stripped cyclist Lance Armstrong of his 7 Tour de France titles and banned him from cycling competition for life because of cheating. A sad day in sports. But don't make this weekend sad, especially the HHS class of 1957 who are in town for their reunion. Till Monday, be a good sport. Stay loose.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy birthday goes out to Linda Hetler. She celebrates on Sunday. This wish comes with love from your family and friends. Tonight's Talk of the Town report, the Freeland Boy Scout Troop 473 will be holding a benefit rabies clinic at the Northeast Animal Hospital on Saturday, September 8th. Bring your pet on a leash from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for only $10. All animals must be over 3 months old. For more information, please call 570-636-1877. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Claudette Acker of Nuremberg. Friends may call Sunday from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Harmon Funeral Home. Myra Stroll of Tresco. Services will be private and at the convenience of the family. Arrangements are under the direction of the Turnbach Funeral Home. Raymond E. Shearer, formerly of Hazleton. Graveside service will be held Sunday at 1:30 p.m. at the Mountain View Cemetery. Arrangements are by the Fusillo and Warren Funeral Home. And Donald Watson of Sugarloaf. Funeral will be held September 1st at 11 a.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call from 10 a.m. until the time of service. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's. Don't settle for second best when dining out. Discover Mia's new low-price dinner menu. And remember, there's always plenty of free gated parking behind the Markle building.
Tragic news coming out of New York City this morning after a gunman opened fire outside of the Empire State Building. 56-year-old Jeffrey Johnson, who had been laid off from his job a year ago, killed a former co-worker and wounded 9 others. Johnson was shot and killed by 2 New York police officers after he began to shoot at them. Moving on tonight, it's the one drawer you can find just about anything in, a junk drawer, of course. And although this special drawer can only come in handy sometimes, it actually can be dangerous. A New Hampshire home caught fire when 2 9-volt batteries that were sitting in a junk drawer came in contact with one another. And an accident like this can happen anywhere.
You know, reading the report, we saw that it was a 9-volt battery. The 2 ends came in connection with a paper clip, causing the heat, which in turn started the fire. Now, you know, is that common to happen a lot? No, we don't see that, but there's that possibility. So we really want everyone to make sure that, you know, everybody has junk drawers, go through them, you know, and if there's stuff that's in the batteries, are dispose of them. You know, if they're not doing no good, batteries in a plastic Ziploc container or something, you know, or something that they're out of that area. But, you know, just try to be more neat, orderly as best as possible.
Leschko also recommends keeping lighters and matches separate, and remember to think safety first. Well, TGIF, everyone, the weekend's finally here, and for many in Schuylkill County, they will be heading to the Firemen's Convention on Saturday. So what does the forecast look for tonight and tomorrow? Let's take a look right now at that Schuylkill County forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, calm winds, low 59 degrees. Then heading into your Saturday, mostly cloudy skies with a high of 79 degrees. Moving to our Greater Hazleton forecast now, we start with a look at this creative condition from Jonathan Wortman. Jonathan says he loves surfing. Very, very cool. Checking on that forecast tonight, we're going to see partly cloudy skies with a low down to 63 degrees. Tomorrow, partly sunny, a chance of thunderstorms, and a high of 76 degrees. Your forecast tonight brought to you by Just Windows and much, much more. They are located on 1st Street in Freeland. Better windows plus better installation equals Just Windows. You can call them at 636-1133. More news is headed your way next on News 13. Stay with us. It's one of the biggest projects downtown Hazleton has seen in years. Work continues on the Broad Street Corridor project to bring a safer roadway to Greater Hazleton. An update right now.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Thanks so much for staying with us tonight. I'm Jasmine Brooks. Work on the big Broad Street Corridor project is continuing. When complete, it promises to bring a safer roadway and more efficient travel throughout West Hazleton and the city. News 13 talked with the construction manager for PennDOT about an update to the corridor project. Pat Frisky tells us PennDOT is about 40% done with the work. With most of the underground work completed, PennDOT will now focus on the above ground portion. Frisky is hoping Mother Nature cooperates so that the rest of the project will move along smoothly.
We are hoping for a same mild winter, or one that we could at least utilize as many of the months as possible to continue with our drainage down the left side of Broad Street and complete that end, so that in the spring we can really go full force as far as the curbing and the sidewalk areas go.
I think what we're all happy to see now is that you can see the progress being made with the sidewalks, with the trees. But I think we could now see how nice the project is going to look once it's totally complete.
Palermo also thanked the downtown business for their cooperation and patience. The 3-year project is set to be completed by the fall of 2013. Butler Township Supervisor Ransom Young is hoping to take State Representative Tara Toohill's seat come November and represent the people of the 116th District. And now the Democratic candidate has launched what some are calling an attack on Toohill's parents. On his campaign Facebook page, Young accused Two Hills parents of blatant disregard for their community. The accusation comes from a tax sale notice published in the Times Leader that listed 2 parcels of land, vacant land that is, owned by Two Hills parents eligible for tax sale on September 20th. Young calls Two Hills back taxes a problem for her district and says the report showed Two Hills parents owe over $10,000 in back taxes to Luzerne County, the Hazleton Area School District, and Butler Township. In response, Two Hill released this statement to News 13. Today is a sad day. It's an all-new low in politics when Mr. Young attacks my mother and father, private citizens, for political gain. He should be ashamed of himself. Mr. Young has lied about my parents. It is even sadder that he has defamed my parents with false information. In fact, all of the land taxes on the house we live in are paid. Also, Mr. Young's reference to the land taxes on the 2 separate properties was incorrect, as this $10,000 has been paid in full. Two Hill goes on to say a public apology to my mother and father is in order. My mother and father are good people, and they are not part of the public eye. My family, like many, have struggled to hold on to the family land and the house that my grandfather built. Just like my parents, the people of the 116th Legislative District deserve not to be subjected to Mr. Young's mudslinging and personal attacks. The Hazleton Area School District will be holding open registration for the upcoming school year. This open registration is for students that are moving into the district right before the start of school. Parents are reminded that they need to bring 3 proofs of address along with the child's birth certificate and immunization. The open registration will be held on Wednesday, August 29th at the Hazleton Area Career Center building from 3 to 7 p.m. That's again the Hazleton Area Career Center. Parents are reminded that they must complete the registration form online by going to registration.hasdk12.org. Now, if students need ESL or English as a second language, they must report to the open registration along with their parents. Students of Holy Family Academy will head back to school on Monday. And with the new year comes a new principal. News 13's Gary Perna brings us our first family time for the new year. Gary.
Well, welcome to the first family time of the 2012-2013 school year. I'm Gary Perna, and we are here at Holy Family Academy for the new school year. And with the new school year comes a new principal, and we're very excited to welcome Mrs. Kozik. Mrs. Kozik, welcome to the Greater Hazleton area.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here and very proud to be the new principal at Holy Family Academy.
So for some of the people who may not have been able to come into the school yet and get to meet you, let's get a little bit of background.
I have been in the diocese for 25 years, and I began my career teaching and then worked up to assistant principal, and prior to being principal here, I was principal in other schools.
And the start of the school year begins Monday.
Yes.
So the kids, this is like their last weekend of freedom, really. And so what are some of the things that are going to be going on this year?
Well, we're very excited about this new school year. We have new programs, Rosetta Stone. We have a new gym floor being put in. The building has been renovated, and we're very excited to welcome the new students with all of our new programs, activities, after school, extracurricular activities, and also new academic books that we'll be using this year.
And the school is constantly growing. It was moved here. There was a lot of revitalization done to the building. And you said you have over 200 students already for the year.
Yes, we do. We're very excited about that. And we still have openings for anyone that would like to attend in the future. We had people register yesterday even. So we're very excited about this school year.
And while we're here doing the segment, all the teachers are in the building prepping for the start of school on Monday, getting their classrooms ready, and the atmosphere here in the school is like very like welcoming and getting ready to go.
It is definitely, and the teachers are all excited. We had our first faculty meeting yesterday, and that went very well, and we're all excited about all the new students coming this year.
All right. Well, Mrs. Kozik, thank you for joining us. We will be seeing a lot of Mrs. Kozik this year on Family Time. And, of course, we will be back in Holy Family Academy each and every week bringing you the up-to-date information on what's going on in the school and how even you can be a part of it. I'm Gary Perna. I'll send that back to you in the studio.
All right, Gary, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be back at the new school year. So more news is headed your way. Stay here on News 13. And if you like hot and stinky food, we have the place for you. I'll explain next. Stay with us. Hazleton City Police responded to 2 burglaries early Friday morning. The first happened just after 12 a.m. on the 500 block of West 13th Street in the city of Hazleton. Police tell News 13 numerous items were taken from inside the home. Then just 3 hours later, another home burglarized, this time on the 900 block of North Locust Street. Police say several items again were taken from this home. Anyone with information regarding either of these city burglaries are asked to call police by dialing 911. And after an overwhelming response from viewers since his first sit-down with Sam, Hazleton's top cop, Frank D'Andrea, will once again join Sam Lassant, and this time, Mayor Joe Yanuzzi will join in on the conversation. Our Sam has more.
Thank you very much. Over 200 and some emails, folks, I got last time I had the chief on the show. Here's one of them. Thanks for having the chief on your show, and I know you mean well, Sam. However, do you really think we are going to have a safe city anymore? It's so sad that the politicians in our area allowed for these bad people to live in our town. I'm so very sad. Folks, that's probably one of 200 and some emails I received when I had the chief on talking about the crime. Well, the show tonight, Cleaning Up Crime, the mayor joins me, and he will be giving his input as to what direction they're going into. Let me just say this, folks. The nonsense has stopped, and they're going after these people. There's a lot of security cameras. There's a lot of things happening. You'll learn a lot more on the Sam Lassant Show. And thank you so much for the positive as well as constructive criticisms. My email, sam@ssptv.com. Be more than happy to listen to them. But folks, we're staying on top of this. We're going to have this city back the way it used to be. Hopefully, I'm praying for that. Now back to you.
Thanks so much, Sam. And you can catch the Sam Lassant Show tonight at 8 p.m. and again for a rebroadcast at 9 only on SSPTV. Well, football games are one sport many enjoy, but some residents in the Valley are not cheering anymore. News 13 stopping by Sugarloaf Township Supervisors meeting Thursday night. Residents came out to voice their concerns over some problems with the recreation complex that sits on East County Road. The neighbors say it gets too loud and they are having problems with trespassers. It all stems from games being played at the complex, which is home to the Valley Chiefs Football League. Residents who live next to the complex say they are looking out for the kids so they don't get hurt. Fortunately, changes since have been made.
I think there was a big deal was the parking. People parking on both sides of the road adjacent to the field. And like some of the people said, it was hard to access in and out of some of the residents in that area because of the 4 teams and there's so many people attending the games.
Well, we have to understand that we're part of a community. We're using a community field, and we have neighbors. And it is public forums like this where the neighbors should come in and voice their concerns, and we have to be responsive to it. So we're addressing those concerns, trying to make sure things are right. If they're not right, I expect that they'll come back and let us know that we haven't quite gone far enough or done enough. And it's our objective to fix it. They're my neighbors. Most of the people are here speaking tonight. I've lived here in the Valley for 42 years. By all means, we want to make sure it's right. It's a privilege to have the fields we do here, and we treat it that way.
The league will have 2 security guards on during all the games to help with the parking problems and to keep people from trespassing on others' property. Up next, Fred Barlett is in with the latest from the sports world. And later, we'll take a look at your weekend forecast. Will we see rain or sunny skies? That answer coming up. Well, if you're in the mood for some hot and spicy food, the Hot and Stinky Garlic Fest may be the event for you. It's an always popular event at the end of August in the greater Hazleton area. The Hot and Stinky Garlic Festival is held at Zanolini Nursery, which is located on St. John's Road in Drums. There will even be a hot pepper eating contest at 1 o'clock Saturday. Today, News 13 stopped by for a quick tour.
We have a great selection of food. We have a hot pepper and a garlic eating contest, a wonderful chili cook-off, We have a Chinese auction. We encourage people to come down and visit our beautiful garden. As you can see, we have lots of flowers that we've been growing and they're at their peak. We'd love you to come and visit them. Well, we really help promote garlic growers and farmers. All of our food is usually locally bought. The Knights of Columbus are coming. They have a roasted sweet corn stand, and they buy their corn from burgers. We also have a French fry stand that purchases all their potatoes from Thomas Farm, which is a mile down the road.
On Sunday, the garlic eating contest, that's right, takes center stage at noon. All entries for the chili cook-off must be registered by 2 o'clock. The Hot and Stinky Garlic Festival will be held this Saturday from 11 till 8 and then Sunday 11 to 5. All right, let's take a look at that weather in Greater Hazleton over the weekend. First, this beautiful creative condition from Jonathan Wortman. He tells us he loves to surf. Let's see what Mother Nature has in store for us for that Hot and Stinky Garlic Festival. I can't even say it without laughing. It's so cute. Tonight, we're going to see partly cloudy skies with calm winds, low 63 degrees. Checking out the 4-day outlook. Goes a little bit like this. Saturday, there's a chance of thunderstorms in the way. Partly cloudy skies with 76 as your high and 60 for your low. Looking at Saturday, another slight chance of showers, then a chance of thunderstorms. Partly sunny skies with a high of 76 degrees. Your low for the nighttime, 62. On Monday, we are going to see a chance of showers and thunderstorms once again, and 79 for your high, 64 for your low. Tuesday, same exact story, 77 for your high, 57 for that low. All right, now to Schuylkill County, checking out the forecast. Tonight we're going to see partly cloudy skies, a little bit of wind with a low down to 59 degrees. Again, kind of the same story over in Schuylkill County. We're going to see Saturday a chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a low of 79 degrees, a low of 58 degrees. Sunday, same story, 77 degrees for your high and 61 for your low. Moving into Monday, a chance of showers with thunderstorms also possible. Partly sunny skies with a high of 81. And Tuesday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms once again. Your high 79, your low 56 degrees. Valley High Drive-In bringing you tonight's forecast. You can stop by anytime for delicious ice cream, food, and so much more. They're open for the season, and they're located right in West Hazleton on Route 93, so check them out. And a quick reminder, the Borough of McAdoo is alerting all motorists that there will be no parking on the entire length of South Kennedy Drive on Monday, August 27th and Tuesday, August 28th from 5 a.m. until 5 p.m. PennDOT will be milling the driving lanes to pave at a later date. All vehicles in violation will be ticketed and towed by the McAdoo Police Department. Signs have been posted. All right, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks so much for making us a part of your day. You can catch this newscast again with a rebroadcast throughout tonight, or check out our website, SSPTV.com. There you will find everything Greater Hazleton, Schuylkill County, and beyond. It's all just one click away. Have a wonderful weekend on behalf of our News 13 team. Be safe, and we'll see you Monday.